What's going on, YouTube? I know it's been a minute since I posted. I apologize, but I'm here for you and I got something exciting. As y'all know, I picked up that right-hand drive E36 a couple months ago, and now it's finally time to get started on it. Today, we're going to be bagging the E36. Finally gonna be able to drive it because the suspension's blown, so it should look and feel a million times better. So no more waiting, let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing we're gonna do is get the tank and the management system mounted first, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the struts bolted on. I'm gonna be running the new Air Lift ALP4 management with a set of roll stand struts. First, we're gonna start by getting the fittings mounted in the manifold real quick. Now this is all tightened up and complete. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the compressors mounted to the tank. First, we're gonna use some Teflon tape. Then you just gotta make sure you install these filters on the air compressor. Then I also went ahead and knocked out the other side too for the main harness. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put this fitting here. That way I can have an emergency drain or fill port. Now we're gonna cut some lines to route to this drain, and then it should be good to go. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our bracket mounted to the side. Then we're gonna go ahead and get this water trap set up. So we're just gonna tighten these fittings, connect it to the tank, and then we should be good to go. Next, we're gonna go ahead and put this inline fuse on this power wire, and then we're gonna put a ring terminal on this ground wire. That way we can get power to the manifold. Power wire's done. Then just go ahead and get this all heat shrunk up. Then we just gotta do the ground. And there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to power on my E30 just to make sure that everything works properly. And there you go. So actually, change of plans. I thought the rear speaker deck was like the same setup as my E30, but this middle right here, there's another layer like 1.5 inches above it. So there's no way to really access this because it's all blocked off. And then further back where it does come up, it's at an angle, so I won't be able to mount these mounts to the parcel shelf. Just for reference, this is how my setup is on the E30. It's mounted to the rear speaker deck. Super easy because the metal is pretty flat, but it's not the same on the E36, which I assumed it was. So I'm probably gonna just have to mount it to the floor, call it a day. For now, what I'm gonna try and do is get the trigger wire routed to the fuse box, get that out of the way, then everything else is gonna be in the back of the car. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I found a little grommet on the firewall, took that grommet out and exposed a hole that goes into the floorboard behind the dash. I'm gonna run that trigger wire through here and then we should be good to go. Just went ahead and got that all pulled through. Now I just need to put some type of connector on the end so I can attach it to the fuse box and we should be finished up here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the suspension installed. I'm gonna start by taking off these rear struts and then we can move to the front. All right, both of the rears are done, so we're gonna knock out the fronts real quick, and then we should be good to go. There's an 18mm nut and bolt right here going this way. Further down below, there's 2 bolts at the bottom. I believe they're also 18s as well. I'm gonna knock those out real quick and then we can get the new strut in. Now we're going to do the shim method, which is basically where you add shims or washers between where the lower strut mounts. What this does is space it out and gives you more negative camber. I typically like to do this because I only like to install the strut once. And if I can't get enough camber out of the camber plates, then this is a surefire way to get that extra adjustment without having to do anything extra. I'm going to place this here, put this through just so it's not wobbling all over the place. Throw the nut back on. You still get some adjustment. Then you're gonna get all of your washers ready. I'm gonna do 3 on each washer. Put this through just so it's sitting there. Then you want to put this on there and then screw it in a little bit. And then there you go. Now I just gotta finish this up on the other side. Make sure you hand thread it first. I'm gonna go ahead and hand tighten this. Now that we got the strut all bolted up, I'm gonna go ahead and finalize it by putting this airline fitting on with some Teflon tape. And then from there, should be able to run the air lines to this and then finally air this joint out. All right, so we finally got everything hooked up. It's not 100% complete yet. I still need to clamp the air lines underneath the car, but all the lines are hooked up. Compressor's working. I'm gonna finish this in a second, but I got most of the wires tucked up underneath here. I got a bulk of the management harness wires tucked underneath here as well, so it's out of the way. When you look at it from up here, you really can't see any of those wires. Got everything hooked up to the battery. I need to hard mount this, but this should be fine. I'll still be able to retain a spare tire in here, which is great. For the compressors, I'm going to mount them on each side of the tank and then have the tank mounted back here. And then that should be pretty much it. Here's the rear bag. You can see the line here. There was a little access hole in the trunk. I just took the grommet out for that. and then ran that line through there. Then I'm just gonna clamp that to the upper part of the body. That way it stays out of the way. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the hole that I went through right there. Then for the line going to the front, I drilled a hole right here and put a grommet through. And then for the left side of the car, I just went ahead and drilled 2 more holes, put some grommets and ran those lines as well. So if you can see back there, that is the line for this rear bag. And I ran the line for the front bag over top of the upper control arm. I'm going to clamp this out of the way, that way it's all safe. And then I just need to clamp it underneath the car, but I'm gonna run it alongside the fuel lines and the heat shield. It's gonna be safe, it's gonna be out of the way. And I'm gonna put silicone around everything just to make sure that it stays in place and doesn't get touched. So what I'm gonna do for the tank and the compressors, I'm just gonna mount it to the trunk carpet that goes right here. I'm not doing a fancy like wood setup or anything, just keeping it simple. I'm not the type to pop my trunk or anything and show people my setup. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we're gonna lower the car down and see how she looks. All right, so this is gonna be the final setup. Nothing too fancy. Again, like I said, I'm not the type to pop my trunk. We got the compressors mounted behind the tank, water trap back here in the corner, lines ran underneath. Pretty simple, can't ask for much more. Now it's time to lower the car down and see how she's fitting. All right, now for the moment of truth, we're finally gonna lower it. I aired it up just so we can have the effect of airing it out for the first time. So let's get it down on the ground and see how she looks. All right, so the jack is stuck. So that's cool. It's too low for me to get the jack out at max height, which is crazy. So I'm gonna back up real quick, get off the wood, and then move forward, air out, and we can see the final result. Yeah! Damn, this junk is dumb. I wish I could pull this out and show it outside, but the S-Class is out of commission right now, so can't bring it outside. But man, this joint is dumped, and this is exactly what I was going for. You can see the front fitment right here. It is on some higher sidewall tires, so it's probably a little bit higher than it will be. Go down to the rear. It's tucking crazy. Here's the view from the back. It's tucking pretty heavy, just how I wanted it. Now it's time to get the wheels on, put the lip and all the other stuff on, and then she's gonna be looking crazy. All right, my SD card only has 11 seconds left on it, so I appreciate y'all for tapping in for another video. Thank you for being so patient, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.